Hello and happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to Now That's Disney's Disney Net Live. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Lisa and Mike and Kim. Well, Jason's asking for the code. I apologize, everybody, but our friend and co-host Skipper Jay is having some computer issues, so give me 1 second. But welcome. And
did you just air quote him? Computer issues.
He's having computer issues. He's asking me to send him a code, and I don't see a request for a code. So I want to just say hello to everybody out there in TV land. Hopefully everybody is having a great Saturday.
Yeah. So far, so good.
So far, so good, everyone? Good.
Everybody else is doing. Go ahead and do that, and I will chat.
You guys.
I'll chat for
a couple of minutes before we start our show. So I wanted to talk about something I thought was kind of, I'll just get right into it, that I thought was kind of interesting. Last weekend we went away. My aunt splurged for us. It was the year after my uncle had passed, and my aunt splurged for us to go away for a family vacation with me, my family, my brother's family, my nieces. And we went to a really cool resort in upstate New Jersey, like a kind of like a ski resort. But had a ton of things to do, like goat yoga, and like they had this really beautiful indoor pool, an arcade, and then an outdoor pool, which was like my favorite part. Like you could swim from the indoor pool into the outdoor pool, and it sounds like you'd be freezing. There he is. Hey, Jay.
Hi, everyone.
Jay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're here.
At the 5 minute before my computer wait. You know what? I'm gonna make it difficult for you tonight.
It's all right. It's all good. You're here now.
Hello. Sorry. All right, I think I'm all done now. I got Jay the code, and we're all shared out. Kim, finish your story. Go ahead.
So, but anyway, basically, the bottom line was it was a beautiful resort, and we loved it. But we're so used to traveling Disney that there were so many things, and I had a ton with. It was a beautiful.
I'm hearing an echo in the background. Whoever's got a volume on, please lower that.
Not me. That's okay. Yeah, I saw that. I heard that too. That was weird. But you know, we complain about Disney a lot, but there was so many things with this resort that we couldn't help but say, like, this is dangerous. Disney would never do this, right, David? Like there was a lot. I mean, the pool alone was beautiful and it was great, but so my point is, like, we tend to complain about Disney.
There's a lot of things you take for granted at Disney World or Disney, and the little things they do that a lot of other places miss.
A lot. I mean, and this is not. It wasn't a cheap place.
No.
Just, for instance,
talk about cost.
Certain railings. My mom was with us. She's 76. My aunt's 74. Going like down from one of the pools to the other pool, there was like a spiral staircase in the pool. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, but it wasn't like, it was old, so like you couldn't see. So if you go around it while you're in the pool, you literally like plunged off and like scraped your knee. And Mom was like, oh, you know, I'm like, oh my God, Mom, please don't nobody get hurt. There was a couple things that we told them about, but it was just funny because there was so many things in that resort. And I'm not even dissing the resort because it was beautiful, but that David and I noticed as well, like also our room, my aunt paid for like a suite, had a fireplace. It was beautiful, huge balcony, but they had like this whole section for, they had like a refrigerator and a sink, right? So you think about like the little suites in Disney or DVC, you know, where you have a tiny little kitchenette. Mm-hmm. There was nothing there, nothing, not one thing, not like one little thing of soap, no dishes, no paper towels, no extra garbage bags, nothing. So if you went there for more than a weekend, like us, like if you went for you would need to bring every single cup, dish, you know. So
all right,
just notice that
well,
Disney all the more.
You do make a good point. I'm jumping in late, but you know, we do complain about Disney, but man, we sure pay for Disney, so we get to complain about it.
We do the complaining. So this was a case where we really were like, wow, Disney would never do this, especially with safety. I mean, there was more than, I won't get into it. Yeah. There was about 10 incidents where David and I were like, you definitely get the safety factor with Disney more than anywhere.
Right. A lot of it's accessibility, like, you know, just like your steps, you know, it's not made for everyone to be able to get into. It's not like a zero entry pool or multiple types of entries for that pool, you know. Right. And that's where we get really spoiled, because you think about the flat surfaces and the curb cuts that are just absolutely automatic at Disney for their ADA compliance and such.
Yeah.
A lot of the older resorts, they just don't have those extra touches to think about folks that may have a walker, a wheelchair, a stroller, all of those kinds of things. So definitely get spoiled in that way for sure.
Yep.
Just want to take a second real quick to just welcome everybody in again. And I know a lot of people are saying they're here for the honey pot. So let me just give everyone a rundown. So again, we are now, that's Disney's Disney Night Live. We are a live show that takes place every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are produced by Now That's Disney, which is our Facebook group, which we are all admins of. And we have other co-hosts that do the show with us. But, you know, we're fortunate enough to have this giveaway to do for everybody tonight. And we're happy that you're here. So we hope that in doing this giveaway, which is, we're going to tell you at 8:30 p.m. Eastern how you can win. So you just have to keep tuning into this stream right now until 8:30. And at 8:30, we will stop and we'll say how to win. It's very simple. In order to, there's no catches or anything like that. We're not making you buy anything. We're not making you do anything like, you know, juggle or anything like that. So we're really just asking you to watch, and hopefully you get interested and you come back and you, you know, you're more engaged in the group and the show and the podcast. We have a great topic. What we think tonight is our favorite Disney ride queues. There's so many different details in Disney ride queues. So we're going to cover that. And we're also going to talk real quick about our sponsor, which is D Magic World. D Magic World is a 24/7 streaming Disney station. They have 2 stations on their website, dmagicworld.com. They have their park music, and then they also have their movie music. So we want you to go check out our sponsor, D Magic World. It is nonstop Disney magic. No matter what time of the day or night it is, no matter where you are around the world, you can tune into dmagicworld.com and you can be right there in the magic. You can also request what you want to hear. So get in touch with them, reach out to them. There's also a Now That's Disney tab up at the top, which takes you right to our Disney Facebook group. And reach out to them, tell them how much you love them, and request something to hear. And also tune into dmagicworld.com every Sunday and Thursday at 2 p.m. because they are playing our shows in full length. Not that we don't want you to listen to the music they play too, but just know that you could also catch past shows of Disney Night Live there. So that's our spiel. There's a lot to say.
I like to turn on Thursdays and Sundays when friends are around and go, wow, listen to this fantastic radio show. Who is this? We should track them down.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want. We want to get out there to more people, and we want you to come, and we want you to enjoy the show because, I mean, we'll sit here and talk to ourselves, but we do that anyway. So we'd rather have you here to be a part of the fun and maybe make it more fun for us, and comment, like, subscribe. We're all over social media. The Facebook group, the show, we're streaming to YouTube as well right now. And we also, and I just put up a new podcast episode. So we take this very show and we put it up the following Saturday onto all podcast platforms. So I did that earlier today. Thank you, Jay, for getting that show ready. And it's up. And I'm going to share it out a little later on after this show. So you could also catch shows that way as well. So that's our deal.
We make both a great radio show and a great podcast. So tune in live because you get to hear it first.
Be part of the family. We're a family, right?
We are
family.
We are indeed.
Everyone that tunes in is. So we love the more the merrier. We have
even Alan is part of the family. Although he's not here tonight. Oh, and if you like this live stream, you're going to love the podcast because guess what? It's exactly the same, except you don't have to look at us. So
all I do is look at me for an hour when we're on here. I know you guys are here, but I just bask in myself. Like
I ain't looking at myself. So I'm just paying attention to all the comments here that Jake pulls up, and I'm doing something new tonight. I've got an iPad in front of me, which I don't normally do, so I could see the comments even bigger. And there's a lot going on tonight. So
TikTok, I
need to do. You know what? You're right.
You could try. TikTok is a whole other thing.
But Carol, you're right. I do. So I promised myself I would learn all different social media platforms, and I really got down the Instagram thing and the reels and posting. So now I want to move over to other platforms and start to get us out there, but I'm not that great with social media, and I'm not all that tech savvy, although I'm not like a tech idiot, but we do have a techie guy here with us, Mike, who could help too. So, he's not just there to look good. He's here to help.
Either that or we can ask the first graders how to.
Mike,
Right.
can you set up my voicemail?
Please. Yeah. Right.
They're talking about TikTok, but you can't post live shows to TikTok.
Can you do reels to TikTok?
You could do videos.
Yeah, but you can post live. We could do it live if you have I don't know, maybe 1,000 followers.
Oh wow. Okay, so we have 18
right there
right now.
Yeah.
So all of you watching, you tell 2 friends to tell 2 friends to then tell 2 friends.
And then we'll be on TikTok.
Yes. So that's my next thing. Maybe some TikToking around the clocking. Don't forget that again, we are live. Please share us out if you could. And also, we're going to get into our topic, which is our favorite Disney ride queues. I want to remind everybody tuning in tonight, if you want your name to come up right now, like you can see the comments, it says Facebook user. You have to give StreamYard permission to show your name. So if you could do that, it's right there in the instructions.
Or put your name in the comments, because
put your name in the comment, right?
I am jotting down everybody that's watching so that we know who to put in the Wheel of Fortune tonight. Yes. So make sure that your name is on there. So far, I have Lily. I see Jody Rice, Chris, Valerie, Jen, Mike, Walla, Rosie, Donald, and Carol.
Yes. Let me see if I can share the instructions on how to get your name up there, because we want to know who's watching. And at 8:30, all we're going to do is something very simple for you to enter into the Honey Pot Scentsy Warmer, which is really cute, totes adorbs, for you to win. And we want you to be able to have a chance. So I'm looking for the instruction, which for some reason I can't find right now. But
yeah, I read a lot of spy books, and every time we say we're doing the honey pot operation tonight, I'm like, ooh, is this a Bond thing?
I wish.
Gotcha.
Hey, Eric Hill watching from YouTube. Here for the honey pot. So tune in at 8. You're tuning in, obviously, but at 8:30, we're going to tell you how to enter. So just keep tuning in till 8:30, and hopefully you stay around. So not just for
don't leave at 8:31.
Don't leave.
Stay.
We want you to stay. We want you to
sit here. We put on a good show, people. Come on.
We try. And that's our only
try to come back next week. We're hoping to reel you in, so that you're like, I want to hang out with these people on Saturday night.
That's right. Our only catch to win the honey pot is for you to maybe tune in and come back in the future and hang out with us. And that's really all we're asking for. So Disney ride queues, our favorite Disney ride queues. I spent a lot of time today loading in some photos. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Mike on the spot, because the first one we're going to talk about is
the Tiki Room. Yes.
Tiki, Mike.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Tiki Room, Walt Disney World.
I had to pick this as my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. Even though it's not a ride, it's just it just adds to it. Gets you excited for what you're getting ready to get into with the Tiki Room.
That's right.
The name of the birds escape me. I know one of you guys will correct me here at some point.
Okay, so there's Jose,
Panchito.
No, the 2 in the queue outside.
The 2 in the queue outside.
It used to be Morris and Phillip.
I think it's Alan Smells.
Yes.
And Stinky Alan.
And Stinky Alan. Stinky Alan.
And Stinky Alan, that's right. That's right. I just absolutely love it.
Yes.
But I'm partial to going at night. Like, it gives it a better feel. If you're going to Tiki Room at night, it just gives that calm, relaxed,
a little extra.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. All of Disney
couldn't care less about the Tiki Room, but that's just But
wait, what? Wait, what did I hear?
Shame, Lisa.
Shame.
Shame.
Hey, I'm going to tell the truth.
Hi, Valerie.
We all have an opinion.
Michelle, I see you. Michelle was worried about her not showing up.
Michelle, we see you.
Except I don't know Michelle's last name. It's just
Michelle M. Michelle, if you want, I'm trying to find the instructions, and I'm an idiot and can't find them. So I'm sorry.
If you, Mike said, if you're in the link, if you're in Now That's Disney, and you look through like the post, I think it says like something about like not on StreamYard, go here, and that's
right.
You just click on StreamYard, and then it just quickly says like give permission to use your name. It's a 2-second thing. You hit yes, and then you go back into the show, and there you are.
Right.
Thank you, Jody.
See, Browning, we see you as well. Yes, we could see you. So thank you for tuning in, Mr. Steve, over from YouTube.
Someone says they like the tiki room because it's so kitschy, and I say, well,
it is.
I say kitschy, go to you too.
Room in the kitschy room. We did it for the first time last week.
That totally fits.
But what's the cue for the tiki room?
Well,
I mean, they give their little spiel. They get you excited for the show there. They're trying to get everybody.
Okay, Mike.
They got the little tiki god that they're chilling on the shoulders, and they just flew in, and it's just.
I see you, the Magic Kingdom tiki room queue, and I raise you, Disneyland's tiki room queue, because not only can you buy a Dole Whip in queue, all the tiki gods come to life in that 60s way.
Yes.
And they move just like this, and they talk just like these.
And it's got the waterfall there, which is really cool to look at with the fire going.
That sounds fun, Jay.
Get a Dole Whip in line in the queue and take the Dole Whip into the tiki room and enjoy said delicious Dole Whip while the birds go clicky clacky.
Right.
Yes, I totally agree.
They do clicky clacky a lot, but I love it.
Yeah, but I like that clicky clacky. That's part of the whole thing. So, let's talk about. Let's see what comes up next in our little pictures. This is my ringtone for my phone, and it's probably my absolute favorite ride. It used to be the Great Movie Ride, but also this one. So, this is Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney World. I mean, I've never been to another Disney location around the world, so I can only go off of the Disney World.
I smell that.
But picture. I smell it, and I could feel it, and I could hear it. And the cool thing about Pirates of the Caribbean is it's such a long queue, but it always keeps moving. And there's so many places to like not only see cool stuff, but almost like get lost. Like you can kind of go into like you can go into like a different area back there and kind of disappear.
I think Colton did before when he was younger. We were like, where's our son? Like that. And you know what? Like, I want to talk about the vibe of a queue. Like, it's not just about the things that you see, but the vibe you get. So the minute I walk into this, and this is my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom is Pirates. The minute I walk into this, I feel like a pirate. I smell it.
You are a pirate.
I feel it. I know. I am. And so, you know, but David, go back to that picture because I wanted to tell.
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, well, Lisa just posted. You can register to get your name in the comments at StreamYard.com/Facebook. So you just have to give it permission. So please do that. We want to see your names. We want to know who you are, not just Facebook user. Stop using Facebook, by the way, guys. Facebook's feelings are hurt. Keep using it like that. Let me go back to the photos.
Good. I hope its feelings are hurt.
So Kim wants to talk about this photo here of these pirates.
One of the fun things about our show is that I'm not an expert for sure. So whenever we have a topic, you know, we do spend some time actually researching it. And I was looking into Pirates Queue. And I did notice this before, okay, but I never knew the story behind it. So it says, have you ever noticed the two scallywag skeletons playing chess in the queue? Look carefully at the board and you'll notice they are locked in eternal checkmate. Once during a rehab of the attraction, the pieces were inadvertently moved. Imagineers didn't know how to set the game back up, so a search began through old drawings. So there was actually a detailed sketch of this by the Imagineer who wanted them to be stuck in eternal checkmate. His name was Mark Davis. He wanted the poor pirates to be stuck in a chess stalemate forever. But there's more to the scene. Underneath the table is a sketch of how the chess pieces are supposed to be laid out, left there by the Imagineer so that the future cast members would know how to lay it out if the scene ever needed to be relocated.
That's
so
really
I never
cool.
knew that. I don't know if anybody else here never knew that or our audience, but I never knew that. You, of course.
I think I've heard something about it.
Were you wearing your sexy schoolgirl glasses before you did that party? You put them on specifically for that. All of a sudden,
these are my reader. These are my reader.
Okay, married couple, no flirting on the air.
For those of you tuning in for the first time, Kim and I are married.
These are, I got 10 pairs on Amazon for like 12 months.
10 days.
Now I'm afraid to play Monopoly with you guys. I can just see this going, I can't afford to pay the rent, Dave.
Makes my eyeballs
on Baltic Avenue. We can work something out.
No, I come back and Kim's got glasses on.
I have contacts in. I have negative, if anybody knows about vision, I have negative 6.25 vision since I was in first grade. So if you know nearsightedness, that's insane. Yeah. And then I got new ones and I apparently need bifocals, which I don't have yet. So these are going to have to do the crazy glasses.
Love them.
I think they look good.
You look great. That's adorbs. I see some people got it working, so your names are popping up now, which is great. I mean, this is what we want. We're only 3 minutes away of saying how you can enter to win the Winnie the Pooh honey pot. You know what I didn't do is bring a picture in, and I didn't do that. You know what I should do now that we have
super cute. It really is super cute.
It is super cute. I'm going to pull up a picture real quick so people know what we're gambling with.
I'm a Winnie the Pooh fan, and I think this thing is awesome.
I'm a fan of Winnie. I love the fact that his shirt doesn't fit.
Big Thunder is a great cue. Talk about good vibes. David, for some reason, feels that it's okay to scream "Yeehaw!" And what else do you do, David, on that cue? You're like
going I am, because going down that ramp where you like a cow going into like the pesticide bath. I was like, yeah, and then I started. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Like I do the whole spiel like that. I scream it.
For some reason, that vibe that Big Thunder gives you the vibe of like being acting out, acting a fool.
The cue at Disneyland.
I'm acting a fool all the time.
The Big Thunder cue at Disneyland is the train comes back in the station. I like because you go over the crowd. It's the opposite of Disney World. I like to do the Zenith thing.
Everyone looks up. Oh my goodness!
We're just like David on that ride. Then,
yeah, man.
If we do that ride together in April, we're gonna be cray.
April's gonna be insane. So, Rosemary, which haunted mansion queue are we talking? Disney World or Disneyland or
Disney World for Rosie? I know that for sure.
Disney World queue is way better.
Disney World queue is better than Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah, because you're along the river, you go through the extended cemetery. At Disneyland, you walk up to the house, and there you go. And you don't even go into the front door; you go into the side door. But at Disney World, you're not good enough to go to the front door. You have to go to the servants' quarters.
Oh,
very cool. Oh, I think I did it.
If you
so it's 8:30. I'm gonna pull up
Oh, we have 58 seconds to go. 56, 55, 54. 53.
Really quick, something really cool about the Disney World Haunted Mansion queue. So when Colton was little, he was afraid of the stretching room, like ridiculously afraid of the stretching room. So we would find as we approached it, we would find a cast member and be like, "Our son's afraid of the stretching room. Can we find an alternate route?" And they gave us these crazy directions, like make a right through the left door, then go through the door and pull a string. And it was just kind of fun to do that. Even though everybody loves the stretching room, it's actually really fun to bypass the stretching room because you go through these back rooms that you would never see. And I always felt I don't know, I was going through secret passageways. So
I'm sorry, Dave. That's something I love because being a Disneylander transplanted to Disney World. I love that because you don't have that option at Disneyland. Here, you've got the little servants' quarters and the room full of keys and the room full of bells. It's like the Pirates queue at Disneyland. You walk into a building and then there's the boats in a trough. At Disney World, you wander through the old fort and go out the back into the caves.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's such a huge storytelling moment in the ride.
And you get to see the lady in the grave that's eyes open and close.
I love
that. That's one of my
have some photos for Haunted Mansion queue. But let me share what people are trying to enter to win here.
It's time.
It is time. So this is a Disney Winnie the Pooh honey pot warmer from Scentsy. It's really cute. And we're going to tell you how to win right now. How do you win? So simple. Just put your name too, just in case you didn't let StreamYard have permission to see your name. Make sure you put your full name so we know who you are, and just say enter. And we're going to enter you into the drawing. We're going to take all your names, anybody who's watching right now that says enter. We're going to put it in a wheel. We're going to spin it. And whoever comes out is going to be the winner for the honey pot warmer. And we'll ship it directly to you. Again, it's really cute. Who doesn't love Pooh? I love Winnie the Pooh, right? So, yeah. Jay loves Pooh. So let's see you guys put your name. So I see Valerie said enter, Donald enter. Make sure again, if you didn't give StreamYard permission, you're doing that and you're saying your name, your full name, so we know, so we can get in touch with you and let you know.
Everybody,
so
I'm keeping track, babe.
So you guys, thank you so much. You guys were talking about Haunted Mansion ride queue. What better than the stretching room portion of it? And we used to skip it, but Colton's cool with it now. Another cool fact that people don't know, and I've never ridden the one or done the one in Disneyland, but in Disneyland and Disney World, the stretching rooms both do two different things, right? One is an elevator where one gives you the wall goes up, right? That gives you the feeling. So Jay, you're familiar with the one in Disneyland. That's an elevator,
familiar with the one in both. Can I just go nuts here for a second?
Yeah, I thought you already were, but definitely get nutty.
I'm gonna get nutty.
Lisa like that one.
I can tell this is the Magic Kingdom stretching room.
Yes.
And do you know how I can tell?
The stripes?
The stripes are red, white, and blue in Magic Kingdom.
Right.
To go with Liberty Square.
Yeah.
So yes, Disneyland is actually not an elevator. It is it's a service lift that goes up and down. It's really fun when you go in reverse, when you go back to the top, because it hauls butt. You have to if you're not, prepare yourself if you're not ready.
That's really cool. So I don't think people know the difference.
But Disneyland is still in the old analog. Disney World's gone digital. So you hear the stretching and creaking of the wood as the room stretches. You hear the gargoyles speak as you go to exit. You hear the ghost host float around the room. It's when you do one and then do the other, it's a completely different experience because of how they have the audio set up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really cool too. Like, not only is the beginning of the queue, before the ride cool, but coming off of, and again, I'm talking Haunted Mansion, Walt Disney World, but coming off, you're still going through a very cool part of the queue, and you come back out exactly where you entered. You could still see the carriage, the horse carriage, right, with the ghost horse. You pass the busts here, right? So. Very cool.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom, you exit properly through the mausoleum, and you exit through the graveyard on the side. Where at Disneyland, you go up a ramp and you're outside.
Right.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Really quick, there's only one person still coming up as Facebook user for me. This person said enter, but they just said enter, and then they said Expedition Everest is another good queue.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Who you are. Just put your name in the comments.
Jennifer. That's Jennifer McCoglin.
I got her down already.
Yeah. So that's Jennifer. Yep. Yeah, I could see it on my iPad.
She switched to YouTube. Okay,
yeah, that's fine.
On Facebook. Okay,
yeah.
Jen, you're good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you know what? Thank you everybody for still tuning in. If you're coming in late, because I see more people watching now. In order to win, to enter into a chance to win the Disney Scentsy warmer, the honey pot warmer from Winnie the Pooh warmer, please just say your name and enter, and that's all you have to do to enter. So
no, I did just get a private message from someone who told me the reason Alan is not here is because he's stinky and the giveaway is poo.
Because he smells. It is. So this warmer is really named after Alan. It's smelly poo warmer. No.
Cute as Alan. Come on.
Alan,
love you, Alan. I can't wait to hug Alan.
And he's not here. He is
gonna. That's his problem for not being
That's what he gets for being a jet-setting, fabulous, whatever he is.
That's right. That's right. Come on, Alan. Hey, Mike, did you guys get a chance to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train when you were there recently?
Yes, we did.
What did you think about the queue?
Well, we went through the other line, so
we like the lightning lane.
Yeah, but we like the like my kids love all those interactive little games. I mean, actually, I'm a big kid, so I like the things we can do with the gems and the spinning.
Yeah,
and the reflections on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Especially when that's a ride that you are in a queue for quite a long time. So
a deceptively long queue for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I love the whole theming of the ride better than I think the ride, because again, the ride is really short. So Donna is in the house. Donna. Hey, what's up, girl? So yeah, I love the whole theming of the area and more than the ride itself, because the ride's short. I still love the ride, but I wish it was longer. But yeah, the theming is really cool. So I think that's another one they did a really good job getting that theming right.
I'm gonna say something incredibly controversial here.
Incredibly,
like this may break the internet. I am gonna give Seven Dwarfs Mine Train A+.
Wow. Oh, really?
A+++++.
Ride.
Really?
The ride, the queue, everything. I love
it. I
love Seven Dwarfs.
Why?
I love it.
Controversial?
I want it more. I want more.
Doesn't everybody love it, or do people like?
Not everyone, but I love it. I love everything about it. I even love the animatronics where it's being projected inside the face. And it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I look at that ride and go, why can't they just like put one in the middle of Fantasyland at Disneyland?
Oh, that would be good.
That would be pretty neat, huh?
I mean, you have to wait. I mean, I'm not complaining because we did Lightning Lane the whole
I'm not gonna lie, it hurts Grandpa's knees here, but
right. Well, because of the way the lap bar comes down. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I would actually do better without a lap bar on that ride, but other than that, A+. I'm like the teacher in Christmas Story. A+++++.
Well, yeah, I mean, the ride vehicle sways, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's smooth, the roller coaster. I mean,
it is. It's newer.
It's short. It's too short, and like I also love the way they stop short at the end, and then you get to see the old lady at the window with the apple.
Yeah.
That's
it goes fast. It whips you around. It's a fun coaster.
Yeah, I crave for more on it because I really enjoy it. You know what? I didn't. Carol Haynes said, "Wait, what happened? Why is Lisa?" He says Dumbo's good for kids. You're right. I forgot the whole queue where the kids have like a playground and you get a buzzer to tell you when your time is ready. So I forgot about
Dumbo's good. Dumbo's good for kids, but again, Alan's not here tonight. But
I feel like this session is going by so fast, and we haven't even touched on the cues. Like this should have been. Like
I feel like we've already.
You feel like you shouldn't go over why I'm laughing about your first roller coaster in years.
We
discussed Mine Train a few weeks back. We did.
No, so the very first, like it's not as scary at all, but all of a sudden Dory and Eddie and myself hear this really high-pitched scream.
Was that
this was on Seven Dwarfs and not Barnstormer, right?
No.
That was Mike.
It was Seven Dwarfs, but he hasn't been on a roller coaster in years. But he loved it. But he was, is that very first not knowing what was about to come.
Which part was it? I have to know. Like, which part was it? Because
it was just a little jerky for me. That's the thing. Like, I was like this.
Yeah, I was like this. I mean,
it does.
Did he go on Big Thunder though? Because Big Thunder is okay. Because
Big Thunder is
what?
Big Thunder is less. Doesn't have drops like Mine Train.
Yeah.
But Big Thunder is jerky. Like, don't put him on that then, because to me, Big Thunder is old school, but it really hurts your back, and so does
the one that will cure a kidney stone for you. It'll pass a kidney stone.
It's how I
will,
on Big Thunder like the entire time. I can't stop laughing because
my god, it's hilarious!
Just hilarious, like how much it jerks. And one time I accidentally FaceTimed my aunt just as the ride started because I was trying to take a selfie or a picture or something, and she's just watching me cracking up, and I'm going, it was really funny.
That's fun. No,
it's a lot. It is.
I think some of the, when you have been on a roller coaster for a long time, but now he's got the bug, like he wants to ride.
Oh, you can ask her. Like after we got off that ride, I was hysterical.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I could not stop laughing because it was just, I want, Once you go on, like you want to go back.
You kind of get your roller coaster voice. Am I like when I'm on there too? I do this. My voice kind of goes like to a different like octave, right? And you're like making noises you don't normally make when you're on a roller coaster. Like, have you ever watched Molly from Mammoth Club when she's on a coaster?
Mm-hmm.
It's her. She just continuously laughs. It is so funny.
She does.
Right, like it's funny. Yeah, it's just like you can't help yourself.
With everyone else, even though I have no fear, I'm screaming, even though I'm good.
Yeah, what's tricky about Mine Train? If you're a roller coaster drop scare person like myself, like even for Mine Train, the one drop on there for me is always like my stomach is up here, and I'm like, oh! And it's always when they're going to take the picture, and David's like, "Can't you ever take a normal picture?" And every single time, David, I'm like,
Kim's like,
that's what I do. It might.
I can't let it because Mine Train, when you go up that and the dig, when you go up that like whole the anticipation and you're seeing the dwarves digging and everything, right? And the thing is going and you're like, you think that you're going to come over that and assume that you're going to drop right then, but you don't. It comes up and over that, and it kind of goes zoom, nice and light. And you're like, oh, I'm fine. And then 2 seconds later, it's like, and that's when it always gets me. That's when Mike was screaming.
That's what's so great about this ride. Just like the queue, the ride itself is deceptive. You have no idea how fun it's going to be till you get on it.
Right.
Yeah. No, it is great.
You think Snow White is going to be safe? No, this is a fun roller coaster.
Yeah.
Kim, I think you're right. We might need a part 2 of favorite Disney ride queues, but
I mean, we haven't even touched on like so many. So maybe
there's a ton of them.
I did want to tell the Little Mermaid.
We can, we could do a couple more. But again, I want to remind anyone who's tuning in late, if you're here to enter for a chance to win the Honey Pot Warmer, just put your name in the comments and say enter, and you're entered. That's simple. We will do a drawing after the show, and we'll let you guys know who won in the Facebook group. Now that's Disney. We'll post it and let everybody know who the winner is. And again, we just hope that you come back and watch and be more active in the group and the show, and because we love when people come and join us. So we talked about Haunted Mansion. Do we want to? I want to talk about.
Oh, Mike Walla. He has another one.
Yeah, what do you got, Mike? Let's see.
I'm so sorry, everyone, but to quote Madeline Kahn, this is so unprofessional, but to quote Madeline Kahn in Paper Moon, this little gal's got to take a wiki tink.
Go ahead. Right back. Go ahead. So I'm going to pull up one because Mike Wallace said Toy Story Mania. I want to talk about the theming in all of Toy Story Land and Hollywood Studios, Walt Disney World, because for me, it starts like the ride queues for all of it starts like the whole land is like a queue. You're in Andy's backyard.
Yeah.
You can see Slinky Dog while you're online for the ride. You can see Slinky Dog from the whole entire area. And I really think the ride queue here is cool because you get to see Andy's plans for the roller coaster. So when you're getting into line closer to the ride, you get to see his blueprints of how he came up with the roller coaster. And here's the entrance, and it's all of like his artwork and stuff. So I really kind of think the whole land is like a queue for it. You know, there's footprints in the ground, and there's Toy Story Mania that's there, and usually they have Woody and Bo Peep waiting outside.
And the old school toys, I think everyone loves. Older folks love the old, you know, all the parents get to see all the old school toys that we loved. And
what's the toy that is like it's part of the queue and it's a round circle with holes in it with all the little sticks in it, and you would
like
build
Tinker
stuff?
Toys?
I think they're Tinker Toys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so, like there's Tinker Toys,
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch. The land is even prettier at nighttime with the Christmas lights. Like it's like Andy strung up Christmas lights. So, yeah.
It's like walking into his backyard or his room.
Right.
Or, you know, it's literally his playland. So
yeah, and that's why I kind of think of the whole area as a queue, because the ride for Slinky Dog is usually really long. So it wraps the queue, if you want to call it the queue. Lincoln Logs, those are cool too.
Logs are so fun.
The line or the queue for Slinky Dog wraps all the way around pretty much the outside perimeter of the coaster. So I'm going to consider that part of a queue. And if that's part of the queue, then you're taking in basically the whole land while you're there. So that's just my opinion. Toy Story Mania is also very cool.
Now, Dave, am I the only one who thinks because Toy Story Land is right next to Galaxy's Edge, Andy should have some old school life-size
Star Wars
action figures?
Would make sense.
Really should.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that kind of trips me out a little bit. I have to admit, when I'm coming from Galaxy's Edge to Toy Story Land, it's like there's
just like bam.
There's such a difference. Yeah. I mean, you don't see anything. It's just kind of like okay, now when there's Slinky Dog, and it's a little bit
It would be kind of
I'd love to see the old toys.
Yeah.
Just laying around, like walk by the old land speeder.
What's the timing of Toy Story Land in like year-wise versus like Star Wars? Like, would it match up, and would it be really cool if
it would?
Right, like the one side of Galaxy's Edge where you go into Toy Story Land, if like a spaceship was like, like when you're leaving that part of Galaxy's Edge and you're walking through and there's that rock out there, if there was like a spaceship kind of like there in the rocks or something, and then on the other side in Toy Story Land there's like Andy holding the same ship, like as if it was
the same ship in real life, and then the Kenner one from when we were kids.
Kenner one, it would
be cool.
Match up in timing because if they, not the new Star Wars but the original, if they use only that stuff, because that was from 1976 and up into the 80s, early 80s, and a lot of Andy's toys were late 70s, 80s toys. I mean, Etch-a-Sketch and everything, right?
Tell you guys right now, there was a life-size version of the original Darth Vader figure with the stick in his arm as the lightsaber.
Yeah.
There would be a headline in the newspaper: "Man tries to steal giant Star Wars vintage toy."
One of these with the wait, hold on, I'll try to.
You're my only hope, puppy.
Remember on the back of the trading cards?
My only hope.
It's my favorite thing ever.
Well, and I looked. Andy was born around 1993, and so the film is.
Wait, the movie came out in 95.
But the first film is probably set around 1998, and the second one was more like 1999, and the third 2010.
Yeah, but Andy was what, 10 years old already?
It would have been cooler if it was in the 70s and Andy had to play with toys made of metal like we did.
Yeah, like cool stuff.
70s was all about the survival of the fittest. All our toys were made of metal and tried to kill us.
Guys, we had nunchucks
No
and
hazard toys.
Chinese stars.
I
I just want to let you know.
We threw literal
Darts.
metal darts at each other.
Right?
We did. If my brother Nick was here, he would tell you about how. Okay.
Stretch Armstrong.
Oh my God, we got into so many fights. I threw a Chinese star at him. He was running up the basement stairs because I did the puzzle of the trash compactor scene for Star Wars.
Yep.
Yeah.
And after I was done, he just screwed the whole thing up. He ran up the stairs. I threw a Chinese star at him, and it stuck right in the wood paneling going up the stairs. Just missed him.
The good old days.
The good old days.
We didn't have
wonder we're
seatbelts.
alive.
Our parents smoked in the house and in the car.
Yeah, in the car, no seatbelts. That's us.
No
Look at us now.
seatbelts. Oh,
No
your brother's
seatbelts.
watching.
Oh, he's watching. Nick, was it a Chinese star or a dart I threw at
Now,
you?
did you get it caught in his hand ever?
No, but he was
Okay.
running up the stairs. Yeah, I did. I can't remember if it was a dart or a Chinese star.
He
And
said,
I did almost get him. It was a dart. Okay, it was a dart. But like, who would have thought it was a great idea to let us play with nunchucks and Chinese stars too? Like, we can go to the flea market and come home basically almost like 90% ninja.
And we only drank water from the hose outside.
Yeah.
So
Craziness.
Yeah.
That's
no
hilarious.
wonder this is the jilted generation. We just
We are.
the nihilistic ones.
we also tumbled around the back seat of those old station wagons. You
That
know,
was
like I
fun.
remember going on road trips
All the way in the back.
tumbling
Yeah.
That
around
was so fun.
with no seatbelt, making the whole back like my little, I would get my pillow and my blanket, and that was
Yep.
it.
And everything at that time had a disco sound or a Muzak sound. So
That was
I
the
mean,
70s and 80s. Oh my
Or
God.
was orange, mustard yellow, or pea green.
I will tell ya.
Rugs.
Oh,
There's some cues that
Topic for
bowl
another
cuts.
nostalgia.
yeah, it really is.
We still have to do a part 2 and maybe a part 3 of this episode.
Of this, yeah.
Jay and I are starting to salivate because we're
Well,
like the nostalgia people.
because you guys are like rabbit squirrels. I've got to add some though, because I haven't done Tron yet, but people are saying Tron, and then I saw Steve Browning your comment about Guardians. So there's some things that we haven't done yet, so I didn't want to put them up. But since so many people are saying it, these are cues that we could talk about. Do we want to talk about the Little Mermaid cue and maybe make that our last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw Donald put Peter Pan, and that was one I was like to talk about because I like that one a lot.
So
Well, let
We
Lisa
do have
know.
a whole other show.
well, I don't have Peter Pan load any photos,
fine. That's
so we
fine.
could save that for next time, because we've never done the whole ride queue. We've always gone like through the DAS with Peter Pan, so I don't know what we're missing. So maybe I'll research that, throw in some photos.
There's some really neat things.
It's only worth it if you don't have to wait in an extended queue. Like if you're doing if you're doing Mickey's Not So Scary and you do that switch over from day guest to party guest, and there's no wait, or you get there in magic hours and can no wait it. The queue is only fun if you're not like people are mosh pitting you. If you have a little bit of space for everyone in your group to be able to do the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Nice. Let's bring up some Little Mermaid, and
the Little Mermaid stuff.
there are.
That's a good question. So Carol has a good question. Do you think they're going to change the Little Mermaid stuff after the new movie comes out?
It's possible.
I don't think so.
I think we'll see the character from the film in the park.
Yeah.
I think maybe the Little Mermaid show at Studios might get a revamp for the new and improved movie. But no, they're not going to change the rides or anything.
Probably the merch, that may not all, it'll match the movie, just like all the live action merch comes out.
Because they didn't change Beauty and the Beast things. After the live action Beauty and the Beast came out, they didn't change. So why would they do that with the Little Mermaid?
It's only when they get Johnny Depp do they change the ride.
Oh yeah, right. You know what, Mike Waller just
send it to me later, Mary.
Happy mush. Mike Waller brought up the Nautilus, and we have a photo of that. I believe there's also another Kim, is this the Nautilus? Right there it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, the area where the Little Mermaid is where the 20,000 Leagues of the Sea used to be. So carved in the rock there is ode to the Nautilus, and there it is. So
hey, Kim,
very cool.
Yeah.
I never got to do the original 20,000 Leagues. Did you?
Yes, I have pictures. You've seen them.
Oh, I know. I'm just kind of leading into the.
Yeah,
but
she did.
I wish wish I got to do that because we had the subs at Disneyland, and the subs were kind of boring because you were just going to the North Pole and blah 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 blah. But at Magic Kingdom, you were reliving the story, and how cool was that? In the Nautilus.
I was little and I didn't even know the story because I never saw the movie. I just thought that it was real. And I was 4 the first time I went on the Nautilus. And I thought I was really 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And when like the octopus came and, and for a long time, I really did think that like that really was a submarine. So talk about stuff that sticks with you when you're a little kid. I believed it. I believed all the magic. I was even like a little bit scared, but I loved it. I mean, and it's what I remember. One of the rides that I remember the most from.
I enjoyed the subs, but had we gotten 20,000 Leagues instead, that would have been so much cooler. That would have been so much more fun.
What did you have? What was?
We just had the submarine voyage.
Oh,
and it was a scientific exploration to the North Pole.
The North Pole. Oh, yeah, that sounds kind of lame.
Yeah, it wasn't exciting.
Oh,
we talk about talk about this, Kim, too, because you did in some of the research that Kim did. She found this out as well.
I did not know this. Okay, so the picture is up in the middle. Other people probably know it. I did not. So
thank you, allears.net. This is part of Little Mermaid.
This is really cool. And I don't know if you guys know it, our team. So on November 18th, which is Mickey and Minnie's birthday, the Imagineers and engineers who created the queue for the Little Mermaid, at one point you go in, there's different caverns, and there's one place that you're looking at where only on November 18th of every year, the sun is in alignment with this. Go back to the other picture first, David. The sun is in alignment with this configuration up there, and it's a hidden Mickey, and it only happens on November 18th around 12 o'clock if there's enough sun, that the sun shines through that. You can see it in this picture. Do you guys see it? Like in the rock on the top, and then it reflects on the inside wall. Do you guys see that hidden Mickey? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Only on November 18th. Sorry, my throat is really worse tonight because me and Colton have been sick for like a week.
It's really because she's been yelling at me, to be honest with you. Just to let you know.
But anyway, so I don't know if anybody knew about this, but I
did not until before the show, until you told me and sent me the photos to load in here. So that's really cool. And so what's the significance? What is the date? November 18th?
That's Mickey's birthday. And it's Mickey and Minnie's birthday.
Right, but why does the sun only shine through on that day? What is there something with the sun to do on their?
The Imagineers must have been so smart with it that they figured out on that day, what the alignment was with the sun
when they built the queue.
Right, which is pretty ingenious. I mean,
it's really cool, but I have to wonder who went to lunch that day and had a few martinis and went, you know what, we're really cool.
I did. Yeah.
I mean, really, crazy. That to me, that's crazy. So if you ever do go there on 11/18, don't be surprised, because a lot of people do know about this more than I thought, and you'll see a lot of people trying to get on the line so that they hit that spot at that exact time.
I'm so going this year at that date and that time, and getting stuff for our
Mike Wallet does know all. Mike, that's some info right there. The Earth rotational pull, very cool.
Now, as much as I love, I want to chime in on this one because I can't pass up this Little Mermaid one. As much as I love that specific hidden Mickey, that's just one of the two most fantastic hidden Mickeys you'll find there. And the other one is actually my favorite hidden Mickey in the entire park, and that's the Steamboat Willie one.
Is that in Disney Walt
That's at the Little Mermaid ride over in Disney World. Yep, there's a hidden Mickey, Steamboat Willie hidden Mickey.
I didn't know about this, so that's something that we can. Yeah, we'll have to bring for the next show because
the whole entire rock formation, like as you're looking straight out at it like there's pieces that form.
How cool is that?
You have to like stand at it and wink.
You have to stand at it like right up at the perfect angle, and you can see like his shoe and the steering wheel and everything.
Oh, I'm so excited now in April to like. So, Mike, make sure you send me and David like info on that so that we can check it out.
Yeah, and we'll have we'll do part 2 next weekend. And
there
that'll
is
give
so
me
much out there. I mean, just from researching, I was like, oh my gosh, there's.
Can I just I want to kind of bookend this with talking about how the queue is so important to the storytelling because
really
Mermaid, it is the same ride at Disneyland at Disney's California Adventure as it is at Magic Kingdom.
It is,
but at Magic Kingdom, you go through Prince Eric's castle, you go through the caverns, you do this whole, you get lost in the story of, you get wrapped up in being part of her world, and then you go to California Adventure to ride the same ride. And you walk into a building that looks like an aquarium, and you hop on the ride.
It's a lot different experience, and I didn't realize they were the same exact ride until I got in there. I was like, oh,
and the absence of that queue takes so much away.
It's almost like
from the experience.
Yeah, it really does. I didn't realize how big of an experience the queue was.
Yeah,
it's as important. It's not my favorite. But at Disneyland, I like the outside queue. Like every place has, it seems like the positive and the negative. But all those queues are being outside at Disneyland. A lot of the queues are set up differently than they are at World. So it's fun to hear both perspectives. And I'd completely forgotten that you just get on. It's like
it's like Pirates. You walk in the door of a building and there's a ride.
Yep.
But you go to Magic Kingdom and you get lost in the caverns. You get lost in the fortress.
So the Pirates in Disneyland. I thought that the Pirates in Disneyland was so much longer though and better.
The ride itself is longer, but the queue is nothing. Yeah, the queue is outside, and then literally when you walk into the doors of the building, you see the trough coming by and the boats coming by, and then you walk along them to Lafayette's Landing, and that's where it gets into the storytelling with the bayou. But up until that point, you're just like, hey, I'm in there's a ride right here, and I'm standing next to it inside a building.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. I mean, just like one of the tiny little things about the Voyage of the Little Mermaid is I just always love the little seashells embedded in the ground.
Yeah.
Like the whole time I'm just like, look at how pretty this is. It just looks so all of that. It's just really nice.
Steamboat Willie, he found one.
And you got Mike sent it to me while he was being quiet. He wasn't just being quiet and mischievous.
Guys, I didn't know for this time.
He found Willie, not the one-eyed Willie pirate from Goonies. Okay?
Oh, that's my favorite.
I'm so glad you clarified that.
So I've never noticed this before. And that's what's great about Ride Kids. I mean, look at that. It's a full-on Steamboat Willie.
But you have two cocktails, squint your eye, and look from a 90-degree angle. But it's there.
He's there, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, man. So that is really neat. Man, there's just so much detail.
I think he's got buff legs in the rock work. He did not miss leg day.
Not at all.
It's got some built. It's some pressing. There, from the time you walk in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World, like you go underneath the train, right? The train station, basically. Mm-hmm. But the movie posters are part of the story, right? So that's kind of like that's a cue as well. It's a cue to get you into the setting for the park. There's so much detail. We want you to, if you can, anybody watching, let us know what your favorite ride cues are, and we will have them for next week. We'll do part 2 of this topic. And
why don't we post
I won't be late next week, I promise.
You want? I could do another post because I did a post for this.
Yeah.
That's okay if you're late, Jay. Better late than ever.
They're
That's
pregnant.
the saying.
And if
Yeah.
anybody
And
watching
pregnant.
has something that they want to talk about that they think is neat that we didn't cover, then comment in the post, and we will look it up and we'll talk about it.
Did everybody get a chance to say their name and write the word enter next to their name to get a chance to get into the drawing for the honey pot warmer from Scentsy, Disney Winnie the Pooh honey pot warmer?
I have everybody down.
So if there's anyone that joined late and you're here because not only do you love us and find us sexy, but you want a chance to win the honey pot warmer, write your name and enter. Hey, Winky, waka, waka. Look at this Winky. So hot. Oh, Winky. Is there anybody who's watching right now who tuned in for the honey pot warmer? And you decided that you kind of like the show and you might come back in the future? Let us know too. We want to know in the comments. We want to know what you think. We want you to. Here. Who's here?
Oh, my friend Allison's here. I see.
Hi, Allison.
Mary.
Allison.
Hi, Allison. Mary.
What's up, Allison Clark?
Sexy.
Enter.
All skippers are sexy.
Allison's last name is Enter. Allison Clark Enter.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for joining, Allison. Silver soprano.
Yes, Mary. To win the honey pot, you have to say who's the sexiest on the show.
It's not going to be me. I'll tell you that much.
Skippers are sexy. That's what it's
Allison Clark. So I have.
Skippers are damn sexy.
It's the danger. It's the danger.
No, you don't have to pick who's sexy. You just have to say your name and enter. But you know what? Maybe if you say who's sexier, you might get a little extra in your if you win. You know, you might get maybe a little wax or something.
Oh God!
You got some wax on hand.
We're gonna need more wax.
Okay. On that note,
I'm
thank you all
being
for
so
tuning.
well behaved.
Thanks for coming. I have everybody's name down, and I will double check it and check the list twice, and we will let you know this week in a couple of days who the winner is. And thanks for coming, and please come again. We'd love to have you here with us.
Yeah, seriously, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend. Hopefully, Mike Waller, good luck getting the baby to bed.
Good night, Robert.
Yeah, everybody, we'll see you next Saturday. Hopefully. We love you guys. Yeah.
Stay safe and stay kind. Love you.
Right.
Bye.
Everybody.
Alan smells. Alan smells. Stinky. Alan smells.
Smells.